Looks like we're back. And we have a tall order in front of us here. My goodness. We have Josh Sokol against Erickson WTF Jew Smith. Everyone knows him from online or doesn't. Who even is he? I don't even know. Can you tell me? Who knows? Anyway, we're back. New Orleans. Round 11. Should be fun.
The vibes are excellent with this one.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Average height of 2 meters.
Yeah.
That's right. I'm avoiding the 6'7" reference.
Yeah.
By using the metric system.
Yeah.
Seriously, I don't know why there's so many tall Scrabble players, but these are pretty much the tallest specimens we have available. And Josh starts good, goes progressively downhill, as we've all experienced in our lives. I didn't mean to turn that into a non-Scrabble thing, but yeah, and Josh twerks it for us.
Yeah, well, sometimes it's
immediately.
He got to
doing what he has to do. Good man.
Yeah. Not a whole lot of great stuff for Eric himself here. He may just have to move on to the next rack. I don't know.
Yeah. Cleanup needed.
Yeah. Aisle 1. Who are you pulling for, chat, in this game? Everyone loves Josh. Everyone loves Eric. Josh a streamer, Eric a chatter.
And troll.
And troll. Oh my goodness. What a guy, Josh. I just need to learn how to do this. To FV, figure out how to draw infusive. Tell me, how do I do that?
Yeah. Eric is going to block this,
he's gonna block it, yeah.
Next, very reasonable.
Yeah.
In the World Lexicon, next takes an S.
Yeah.
So Eric sets himself nicely, and he even has ST, the 2-letter word, as a backup option if he does draw an S ending Bigo.
Yep.
And it's the right side gets blocked. Well, he has the left as a fallback. So next is a pretty nice consolation prize.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to dig up some standings here. Bear with me. Stand by. But we're at an early enough juncture, especially given how bunched up things were yesterday. We're at an early enough juncture that really anything can happen. And
in fact, exactly halfway through.
Are we really?
Yeah. Round 11 out of 20.
Yeah, it looks like in the tournament as a whole, we have the 2 Joshes in first and second place. One of whom we already saw first thing this morning. I don't actually know how that last round went, so my information might be slightly out of date. But Josh has at least 7 wins.
Yeah, I'm not sure myself either. I went and talked to folks, but didn't actually ask them about their games.
Actually, Josh is on 8 wins, actually. So yeah, Josh Sokol is actually we are watching the tournament leader. A place that he's not unfamiliar with given his long track record of success in the last few years.
What do you do here if you're Josh? There's not like not an abundance of good plays. My goodness. You could play the S, but like, do you want to, I don't know, do you want to play the S here?
Right, so one option here is you could go with Kufis here, and the nice things about that are it gets rid of one of the high pointers, gets rid of U, gets rid of the second I. He passes that up and he exchanges, which is that's pretty remarkable because he's given up 24 points.
Yeah, that's
to keep INS. Do you think an S is 24 points better than a V?
I don't think it is. And I don't think it is, on this board, if he plays Kufis, like, yes, basically you need an S to do much of anything. But I love the idea of your opponent can do nothing after Kufis unless they can play above the I, the double. It just brings the average score down so much. So that's why I don't like it here. what I mean, click. That's great. He leaves NRS. He gets kind of bailed out of it. Otherwise, he wastes his own S. I don't know. How about you? What do you think?
I think it's I can see why he did it because the S is so overwhelmingly valuable, or
Yeah.
you get access to these really high scoring potential bingos. Putting an S into space just helps Eric. He could bingo to that S that you're offering to him. But I think the 24 points is slightly more than I can justify sacrificing there.
Yeah.
But it was a good. If there's one thing to take away from the game today, it's not always about, for us mortals at least, it's not always about perfect play. It's about having a plan and executing on it. And Josh recognized the theme there of, well, actually, bingoing first with an S or having an S just makes it so much easier to bingo. So why don't I just keep it?
Yeah. Quackle suggested just playing Koofy, setting up the S.
I like that a bit. Do you think next signals an S?
I think it
because
does.
why would you play
Yeah.
next?
Yeah.
If you didn't have an S, your tiles are so bad.
Yeah. You'd probably just exchange.
Right. So
Yeah. So I feel pretty good. Personally, feel pretty good about Koofy's as the play here.
yeah, but a really interesting spot.
Yeah.
And Josh's play is totally defensible there. Plays Phi here. 25 points. Again, trying to hold on to that S and hoping it turns into a high scoring bingo. Maybe he can hook the S on twerk and go right.
Yeah. Yes, we are in person in New Orleans, both of us. We haven't actually had a camera shot of us yet, but if you look at where um to the left of Erickson's head, you can kind of see that door. We're about 10 meters on the other side of that door. Well, the door next to it, but
Jeez, good eye there.
We're right over there. So if you can see through walls, I'm like waving frantically at you right now. Meanwhile, getting a little bit of fun from
Yeah.
fun
So
from Josh here. Tianza, if you don't know who Tianza is, that's a reference to Matt O'Connor, who is playing in this tournament. We saw him yesterday play a heck of an interesting game.
yes.
A crazy closed board game against Jeff Teveno. Came down to the last play, really.
Yes, the Emong game.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to call it from now on.
Emong game, yeah.
That's practically Will Anderson channel material. I don't know. I mean, I'm not Will, but I'm just,
Emong Us.
yes. Dropped goes down here. Dropped is pretty interesting because you're kind of blocking the S hook that you just set up for yourself, but he also just has so many, such limited options that it was actually kind of a creative way of basically of just forging his way forward and just trying again and seeing if he can get vowels this time.
Yeah, I'm like not really sure what I want to play it there. It feels like
Click drop.
click drop. There you go. It feels like kind of a TWL situation to me, like kind of what I used to experience more playing.
Right. It's like, well, my options here are a bag of rocks or
Yeah.
re-rusted nail.
Do I exchange? Like
Josh thinking a little bit of time here. He didn't have a ready-made play. Satanic and twerks. I mean, wouldn't that just be the most fitting thing possible?
It would, yeah. Yeah.
I guess then we would know how Josh really felt. That's outstanding. Come on, you got to do it for the memes, Josh. The players cannot hear us, but I'm pretty sure the players cannot hear us.
Players cannot hear us. I mean, we kind of have our NPR voices going on anyway right now. If you don't have your lo-fi on in the background, then what are you even doing? I wish I had my lo-fi on in the background. I guess I could do that. I have pixel buds I could put in, but
if we have lo-fi, is there a hi-fi? What does hi-fi sound like?
just regular music.
Just regular music?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think that's
deep.
yeah, I think that's the general
Okay. We come on. Satanic's actually even better than clickbait, but that is nice. You did that. Eric looks nonplussed. Eric is a pretty big troll himself, though, so I think he probably thought that was funny internally.
I would say like which one of them is a bigger troll? I mean, they're two of the
I think Eric has about a half inch.
half-inch. Yeah.
And we get the satanic twerks. That is just excellent.
Absolutely.
Eric has a pretty good reply here. He can just drop the Z. Phi takes the Z hook. He can just drop fizz, F-I-Z, and fizz and fizz, the two spellings of fizz. Well, there's a third spelling because he could use a blank and make it the double Z version.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could just play F-I-Z, P-H-I-Z.
That's
I think
fine.
that's pretty good there. 3 2 points.
Yeah. Whenever I have Zerf on my rack, I'm always looking for a spot to play Zerf, but he does have Zinks actually for quite a few points. So
Oh yeah, never.
Yeah.
I retract everything.
yeah.
Don't judge us. It's hard out here.
I just
for
I
scrap
just want to know
content.
how to be Josh. Just teach me. I want to know how to do this. I guess he got a bunch of consonants. It'll take a couple turns, but
But with Zinks, I'm not sure that Josh is going to be able to immediately reply. So Eric is actually going to stay level here.
yeah.
I don't even think Josh can play to the right of the Z. So things are going to stay interesting here for a bit.
Yeah. I mean, he could even just play TED. That feels like a very Josh play.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You could try to draw into a 10-letter bingo from there, ending in the T.
Yeah.
That's pretty exciting.
Yeah. I am trying to quackle this one a little bit more. Dropped did actually sim best.
Yeah,
So
dropped was pretty keen.
yeah,
I
that was
liked it.
cool.
It was just a nice way of moving forward and
Yeah.
keeping a semi-clean rack. And yeah, sometimes, when you try to balance your rack, you drew the Z and the I and scored 70 points and found a pretty good way forward there.
Yep.
So if Josh had what has Eric done?
Yeah, what has he done? I don't know.
Do I want to know what Eric has done? You, me, wharf? He wants to meet me at a wharf? What is he gonna do to me? Maybe he's just playing the word wharf. Yeah, that's probably better. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna hope that's what he meant. And
Shout out to Liz team over up somewhere, probably with some sheep somewhere. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you over on YouTube. We are co-streaming today. Pretty cool. Multi-streaming, whatever it's called these days. I don't know.
VTubing?
VTubing. I actually worked on a VTubing project at one point. It is a whole fascinating world.
Yeah, I dig it.
Very fascinating world.
That says Sokol's rack is actually terrible. Yep. Yeah, pretty bad.
I think he's gonna play Ted.
I think it makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
Very tubing. Were you at the Vancouver tournament? Sorry, I'm just gonna go here.
Oh no.
There was a Vancouver tournament. I think you were probably there.
Oh no.
Where the Scrabble tournament was held. It was either in the same hotel or right next to Canada FurCon. So it was Canada's like national furry convention, and it was right next to the Scrabble tournament.
I do not. I went to the one at the Masonic Temple.
Oh
I
no,
don't
this was in Richmond.
Okay, yeah, I didn't go to the
Okay.
FurryCon.
Okay.
I didn't go to the tournament adjacent to the FurryCon.
We did not. I don't think any of us went to FurCon, but
I mean, this Scrabble tournament right now is at the same hotel as a cheerleading convention, or there's some kind of a major cheerleading competition in town.
that seems more
More
normal.
That is certainly more normal, but just you get some very interesting juxtapositions of
Yeah.
some sedate Scrabble players and high
Yeah.
energy cheer squads.
Yeah, but everyone could agree on watching the Broncos game last night. The Scrabblers and the non-Scrabblers were certainly mixed up over in the bar.
Yeah,
down
well,
the
that
way
was
from us.
mostly because of the free drinks and the
Also
offer
that
by
too. Yeah,
pub
the free
finisher, but-
drinks also really bring people together. All right, chat. What are you doing? Are you all doing Ted here for the memes? And also, I don't know how else you score points. Are you exchanging? There's something to be said for doing something to that spot. Of course, we have the omnipresent knowledge of knowing that Eric can't touch it.
I think Dant is
Dance.
pretty good here. I can't say I identified it, but the thing that I like about it, seeing it on board, is he's preserving the high scoring spot to the right of Zinks. There's no guarantee that Eric had an A or an E.
Mhm.
And just the simplest way forward for Josh is to just draw a high point bingo on the rightmost lane of the board. And then Dant sets up another lane for himself that he can also try to draw into. So it's just a kind of a simple, it doesn't score anything, which is the only regrettable thing about it, but it just
Yeah.
kind of, it's a pretty, I like the way he decided to navigate that. And
Yeah.
just create a trade, open things, create another spot, and set yourself up for the big spot.
Of course, in this case, it turns out that it was about the worst thing he could do for Eric's not very good rack. He can play to the T, through the T. That H is just
Right.
just huge here.
That is the risk of opening
Yeah.
a triple lane like he did and doing it for 5 points. It's
Yeah.
pretty painful.
Yeah.
A hard move to stomach. You can see why he spent as much time as he did on that.
Yeah.
I wonder if he could have opened things in a way that was a little harder for Eric to use. For instance, what if he just does Tad in that spot instead of Dant?
Mhm.
And keeps Tad would have kept DENT blank. And you kind of have to have an S to use that hook. Zinks just spent an S.
Yeah.
Only 2 S's remaining. I think I would have done Tad there instead of Dant.
For whatever
Frith goes down 45 points. So
Yeah.
he doesn't play Firth,
Yeah,
which
you may
is
have
the
missed-
best.
may
That's
have missed that. Yeah.
Collins only.
Yeah.
It's the the backronym or the
Yeah.
reverse furthest is a word, therefore Firth.
Yeah.
Most Firth.
further and furthest.
But Frith is still really solid.
Yeah.
Of course, Josh is just going to be glad that he did his plan worked out and he did draw bingo here.
Yeah.
So, but it was Dan actually came at a considerable cost at the end of the day.
Yeah. I mean, in a sim, it got crushed pretty badly. Most notably, just the bingo percentage, according to Quackle, only 75% after Dance and still 60% after Ted. So you're essentially sacrificing 10 points for not really a 10-point gain. You're also, gonna it's kind of a wash actually in terms of opponent next score. Dant actually gives back more on average in a vacuum with no
Right.
inference. So
Yeah,
it just feels weird. I don't know.
one of my go-to Scrabble heuristics for playing the game, which someone should just make a compendium of them and then publish them and steal my intellectual property. But yeah, basically, when you're on a close board, there is a massive penalty for being the first person to open, and you basically just want to open if you either are gonna cash in on it, or your opponent can't use it, or if you're bingoing. Otherwise, you really want to. There's such a penalty for opening things up and giving your opponent options. That's what Dant did right there. It basically gave Eric options where he had very little going on.
I think this is actually even more true in TWL because there's often just fewer options. So in Collins, there's usually there's something, but TWL, you just get the smackdown laid on you. I don't know.
Yeah,
but I think it holds true for in all cases. I completely agree.
Yeah, I think there's more of a chaos factor in Collins.
Yeah.
Anything can happen at any point in time. It's hard to play truly airtight defense. I think you're right about that.
Yeah. Anyone see the fun play for Eric here? Doesn't look like Weem plays for very much anywhere, or doesn't even play at all.
If lim, L-I-M, was a
That would
word,
be-
he would
oh.
have a cajillion points.
That'd be
Instead,
great.
it would be worth 0.
Yeah.
He is a fun play.
I mean, yeah, I'd say so.
Okay, well, I don't see anything that I would classify as fun, so I got to keep looking here.
What is the actual definition of this word?
Uh-oh.
Could be so bad. Oh, well, that's really a very
That's pretty
that's an
innocent.
innocuous definition.
That's pretty innocent.
But do you? So the word is bumwad. Do you think that just means like a piece of paper that's been stuck in someone's pants that they use for like?
No, it's British slang.
Oh, it's British slang. Okay.
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah, that's a nice way out of it. He sees it.
But
It's
you-
always fun when you see those
Yeah.
those 6-letter, a little esoteric,
Yeah.
lesser studied.
But look at what it would set up. It would set up a double lane of be dropped.
Holy cow, is that really good?
Yeah, be dropped.
E dropped.
Yeah. That one I didn't have to really look up, but bumwad I wasn't really. I don't know if I would have found that.
Wow, but dropped is insane.
So this could be kind of fun.
Yeah, it reminds me a little bit of Josh's game, the first game of the day, where he saw Bouchard, and we actually found out that his opponent Thomas didn't see it.
Yeah.
And a lot of another way that a top expert can differentiate themselves is by just taking advantage of their deep word knowledge to concoct these scenarios.
Yeah.
Like he could, if he doesn't think Josh is going to find bedropped, I mean, bumwad would keep the E, right? So that could actually be a really brilliant and crafty way of making the absolute most out of his holdings. If you think your opponent's, even if you know bid dropped, I think it's pretty hard to spot.
Yeah. You also have the advantage, like if you're the person making the play, maybe like you're like, oh, I'm setting this up, and maybe the opponent isn't quite as likely to notice it.
Right, I'm a huge fan of setups. It's funny,
Oh,
Josh
yeah.
just looking at the camera. I wonder what are you trying to tell us, Josh? But I'm a huge fan of setting things up like that, and just you just don't want you want to give your opponent a chance
Yeah.
to, even if you think they're going to know it. There's no guarantee they're going to spot it there, and people even forget about hooks all the time.
Yeah.
A lot of times the hook gets played, then you just get distracted by the vicissitudes of the game, and your opponent plays a hook, and you say, "Darn, I knew that one. Well, how did I forget about that?"
Yeah. Josh actually has superhuman hearing, so he's just trying really hard to hear. We really could probably close the door, but
We probably should do that.
if anyone on the stream team is out there listening to us from behind the fourth wall, I get a little nervous just in case like I randomly lose my mind. But sorry, and just to before I went on about losing my mind, which I probably already lost anyway. Josh is also a huge fan of setups, or
Yes,
threatening setups, or fake setups, or any sort of setup.
yeah. If you were with us yesterday, yeah. If you were with us yesterday, that was one of the things we alluded to about Josh's unique flavor of top expert play.
Yeah,
and how he's sort of this third generation of expert that combines the best of the defensive, blocky, strategic flair that we historically had with the open aggression, and just finds these really clever ways to get aggressive. And Wap I don't know why I pronounced the
Wob.
B as a P, but I guess I get something about the satanic twerking that got to me there. But
yeah,
Wab goes down for 23 points, and it's pretty reasonable. I don't even really know that that's worse than Bumwad, especially because it keeps things so tight. Of course, if you see bedropped, then
yeah,
then I think you got to go
yeah,
full Bumwad there.
yeah. I
But
think so.
the Q comes down instantaneously.
Yeah, kind of lucky, not lucky. I'm fortunate for Josh that he has a good spot to play it.
Yeah,
because his tiles suck.
Gets to put a little time pressure on Eric
Yeah.
too. These guys are both pretty low already. That was a tough move for Eric. He really had to think through a
Yeah.
lot there.
Yeah.
I don't mind where he ended up, but these hard moves really add up.
Yeah, it's just not very inspiring, I guess. He'd also considered Wame. With all the E's left, maybe I would have opted for Wame just to get a couple more points, turn over another tile. I don't know.
Yeah, I think the BU combo is so despicable.
Yeah.
I almost went for
Yeah.
diabolic. Since this is kind of a meme game, I almost went for diabolical, which
Yeah.
is what all the kids are saying, but despicable seemed more apt.
Yeah. Wax for 29 would have been kind of interesting. It does kind of block that ST lane, which you don't really want to do, but ABEMU is kind of a stomachable leave, I suppose. I don't know.
Yeah, Wax, the insertion there is pretty crafty. I can't
Yeah.
say I saw that one. But blocking ST is actually pretty essential, even though he doesn't have the S yet,
Yeah.
and both the blanks are gone. Well, maybe both the blanks being gone means that if you're Eric and you're thinking of your plan for how you're going to come back from 78 points down, I think a lot of that depends on drawing an S and getting down a bingo hooking ST. I think that's going to be pretty vital.
Yeah.
I guess Wob, part of the problem with that is it was also quite blocky, but he's at a deficit, so he sort of made his own task a little harder. I like Alamo as a first step towards opening things back up again. You could do
Yeah.
Alamo, and the next turn you can play up to the you can open the triple lane. I think that's a good play.
Yeah.
Maximize the chances he draws an S.
Yeah. And scores well too. I mean, that's just like it's kind of it accomplishes everything he wants here, right?
Yeah, nice play.
Thanks to all who've come over from any posts from Wanderer 15, either today or just in general. We love folks joining the community from other games, from other universes, from other anythings really.
Planets.
Yeah. But please, I mentioned this yesterday. I'm going to mention it again today. Please make sure you're talking to your local congressperson and telling them that Wanderer 15 should be streaming more. It's kind of an issue that he's not. We need more cat cam. We need more good, fun, wholesome Scrabble content. So again, if you haven't been lately, just consider it. Doesn't take very long. It's important that people know how important this issue is.
I was wondering where that was going for a minute.
I just want Will to stream more. Anyway, back on planet normal.
Yeah, so Josh lines up Yeet just to really maximize the meme potential of his holding, which is something you always have to do.
Yeah.
I don't love Yeet here because if you play it where I think he's thinking about playing it under Phi and Click, it's going to get back a pretty monstrous response
Yeah.
on the triple word score.
Yep.
And I don't think you want to give your opponent free points like that simply because
There's just no reason.
that's one of the simplest ways for your opponent to get back in the game is you give them a spot for 50-point play and they take it.
Yeah.
Easier to do that than the bingo, right?
Yep. And if he doesn't take the points, he's most likely going to reopen the board playing up above it because it actually gives a pretty decent reopening spot above. So I don't know.
Right. So if Yeet is on the board and you have the CHE, then almost any vowel goes in front of the CHE, right? The ache, etch, ECHE,
Yeah.
och, osh, o. I'm not going to pretend to know how to
keep trying.
pronounce that.
Yeah.
Uche. Yeah. So the AEO go there. Yeah. Right. So you risk things getting out of control after Yeet, and I think
Yeah.
Josh, it looks like he's rejected. He's just going to play lie and try to. He's going to actually beat Eric to the pass there and prevent him from opening the top right into a new lane. I think that's pretty.
Yeah. And also
principled.
Also nice to kind of block that IER lane next to dropped. It does have kind of a dual purpose in terms
Sure.
of blocking. And yeah, on a quick sim, the blank YE plays do jump to the top. Actually, very interesting.
Rye to set up a T.
It's the last T.
Oh, that's very cool.
So turns out actually especially for someone like Josh who likes these sorts of plays. That's probably an actual mistake. I don't know if I would have noticed it myself. TRYE is a pretty obscure 4. But if you look at it, no more T's except for the one on Josh's rack. He basically has free reign at a big play next turn.
Right. RYE with setting up TRYE
Yeah.
on the topmost row. That's
Yeah.
very Nigel-esque.
Yeah. But that notwithstanding, Lie does jump to the top of a sim. So
Yeah, it's one of those cool takeaways strategically. Actually, setups. If there's one thing I learned from watching Nigel games, other than the fact that he's a demigod,
yeah.
it is that setups can be really lucrative when you're ahead. And I think we tend to think of it as something almost like a last resort that you would
Yeah.
try to do only when you're trailing substantially. But Nigel regularly sets up really powerful plays by just making these observations that anyone can make of, hey, I have the last tee, and then capitalizing on that.
Yeah.
And they're just a great way to guarantee continuous flow of scoring. So I love making setups when ahead. And
Yeah.
I think when we tell Josh about that, he's going to be a little sad he didn't see that one because that's
Yeah.
very much the kind of thing that Josh tries to do.
Yeah. Something I want to note here is Erickson plays bum, leaving 3 vowels and 1 consonant. If you look at the tile pool,
6 S's remaining, 3 I's.
and before it was 22 vowels to 14 consonants.
Yeah, I wonder if he looked.
I mean,
I wonder if he looked and saw that. Sometimes I've definitely had the experience before of like you make a routine play of like, yeah, I should be kind of balanced here.
yeah.
Then you draw 3 I's and you look at the pool and you realize you've made a
Like,
terrible mistake.
oops, yeah. So I don't know if he considered that there. I mean, most of his other plays imbued or whatever kind of block up the board.
Well, what was he gonna do otherwise? That's kind of the issue
Yeah,
there.
it seemed like maybe imbued to the D, which does block a lot.
What about just Mitch there? MICH?
Oh, just opening. It's the same thing though, right? Like the EUI to 14 I's left in the bag or whatever.
Yeah, Miche, MICHE. You do that, and then you have a bailout if you where you can, if you draw the second S, you can cash one of them for Miches, and then you can try to draw a bingo at the top left. I don't know. I'm just not a great spot. I'm just trying to get creative.
Yeah, I mean LYE does not scream S on opponent's rack.
Yeah, quite the opposite.
Yeah. Mo Green, thanks for showing up. A excellent commentator, a really great strategic player, suggesting keeping IES to go for IEST. I would also argue
that makes sense.
Yeah, I would argue though that there's so many E's left that even just keeping IS imbued keeps IS. It's almost just as strong in terms of what you might be doing.
Right. Even if you're not trying to, you're probably just going to end up with a couple of E's.
Yeah.
Or an E.
In many ways, I actually think that imbued is an improvement on that thought. So Evo comes down. If you don't know all the spellings of Evo, you should go look them up. They're kind of the opposite of what we are. We have no Bacchic frenzy this morning. We're just kind of chilling. And this has kind of turned into kind of a nightmare for Eric at this point. Do you ever consider playing at the bottom? Just because, like, as soon as Josh plays there, you're just in so much trouble.
Plays where?
In the bottom left.
I mean, hey, this is a really nice scoring play. I think I like it. Good.
Yeah.
We talked, or I talked already today about the importance of trying to slow the game down when you're trailing and just playing 2 tiles and scoring a good amount. This is exactly the kind of thing he wants to do.
Especially, I mean, this feels like unusually so because of the volatility of the bag. Like, with this many vowels, but all like decent 1-point tiles. Eventually, he'll hit it eventually.
There are a ton of disaster draws in there for sure.
Yeah. Something to be said for giving yourself a chance to keep drawing them, but This is a disaster scenario for Eric now. Something like Teeny for like 50 coming down. Just
Without opening anything, pretty
yeah.
rough.
Oh, that's yeah.
Some consolation, he can score a bit there at least.
Yeah.
14 vowels and 8 consonants unseen that's pretty remarkable.
Yeah.
So we're kind of getting into the pre-end game portion of the game where you go from pure statistical randomness to where you start to have some inklings and ability to see into what specific plays and letters your opponent might have. The J stands out there. The J is not really going to play anywhere exceptional,
Yeah.
except for at the bottom left. But even that alone is maybe enough.
I feel like JOL for 26 in the top right with all the O's to come just seems like the odds of that getting played are just so high.
It's pretty likely too. I think if you're Eric here, you should at least think about doing VIE instead of VIN. There's no more N's remaining. In fact, I guess there's a couple of R's in there, but what do you think? Would you consider going VI here, or do you think VIN?
I think I'm taking Vin just because there's only 2 more E's now, and for
Right.
that IEST, the
That
IEST
is pretty important.
yeah, and you can get away with having a 4-vowel rack for the IEST more often than you would for other shots. So I'm okay with it here, but I think the thinking makes a lot of sense. In some cases, yes, you would want to play Vi here for sure.
Yeah, and as far as people suggested in chat that we could exchange here, but as far as why not to exchange, if you think about what Josh was going to do, if Eric exchanged, he just plays goer and TOPEE and a share CHER, scores 30 with absolute junk.
Yeah.
And by covering that spot at the bottom left, he is at least Eric has at least forced him to get a little more creative. And we see Eric has finally gotten there. He's spreading Gladius. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of other threats on the board, so I don't know if he's going to get this one down. This is the most important play of the turn of the game.
Yeah. And I mean, just Josh's letters, like this is the time. The letters are just dreadful.
Yes,
like,
absolutely.
And it's close enough where like if Josh tries to block and then maybe Eric plays bingos through his block or bingos to the L up in lie or something. Like all of a sudden the outscoring kind of comes into play, Like Josh plays a blocking play, keeps a really bad leave, as we've talked about sometimes happens with these blocking plays. Like all of a sudden Eric could bingo and just win. So does Josh ever just, I don't know, does he ever change tack here? Does he play something like, I don't know, Org or Rogue next to Udo to just scoring never stops and go up 90 or go up 80? I don't know.
Well, Obo's gone down. So Josh's taking a different direction entirely, which is he's going to see if he has any chance of responding. He's going to give Eric one more chance to get a bingo down.
Yeah.
Of course, the bingo to the T.
It's like the worst case scenario.
The absolute worst case scenario. Josh can probably fend off a bingo.
What? Is dislealing a word?
No. Disleal means unloyal.
That's what I thought. Is he missing Gladius? No. What?
Are you just showing it for the memes?
Huh? I thought disloyal meant disloyal, but
gotta do Gladius.
What? This would be like the greatest troll of all time.
Gladius 86.
This would be an incredible troll if he plays Gladius now, but like
he's changing it. He trolled.
That had to have
5 minutes on his clock and he took the time.
That had to have been like one of the greatest trolls I've ever seen. Like that.
Come on. I saw Disleal, but I thought he was just putting it as a red herring on the top of the board.
Like
I guess he's also getting revenge with Josh because Josh put down clickbait and then bingoed on him.
Yeah.
Eric is basically saying, well, I can play that game too.
I mean, if you think about it, like in many ways, there definitely is a mental elements to like the confusion and the like, oh crap, he does see it. In theory, the benefit of a play like Obo is, kind of had the best possible leave. that he was really going to have in that case. So in theory, Josh is in the best situation he could be. Of course, we know now, well, he knows this as well. He picked up a second U, which is really, 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 really not what you want to see here. So this is
gonna be fascinating.
yeah. I mean, I think Eric's probably the favorite here at this point, right?
Josh flashed the French bingo rouge, which means redness, which it would even play, but can't resist the memes even in a tense situation. Gotta credit the commitment to the act.
Yeah. And this is brutal for Josh here. I mean, he just went
Super
from
interesting. Yeah.
from basically being, most likely winning to, I mean, he's an underdog at this point, unless there's some great play I don't see.
But think about Josh's position. What if he just, instead of oboe for 15, what if he just plays gut for 4 to the tee?
Well, so
What does Eric have ever?
Yeah, well, I mean, I think that's the question is if that ever is too much, does he ever just immediately get outscored? I'm not sure.
For the rest of the game,
I don't know.
he was up so much. I just think he missed a chance to block
or
there.
maybe gout, maybe just get rid of one of the O's.
Yeah. Same difference.
Yeah.
No ends left, right?
No,
But we saw the last end go down, so the
yeah.
G is a really safe tile. So
yeah. I mean, it was truly like Josh could kind of see the worst case scenario. It was an IEST bingo.
yeah, he accepted the risk and it backfired. But Eric also had a lot of turns to make that happen
exactly.
too.
Yeah.
So you have to. Sometimes I see people in this situation say, express frustration. I got unlucky. It's like this is kind of inevitable if you wait long enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, that J is it could be a really nice weapon for Eric. Friending Ahi. AJI, that is 39 points. Yeah, thinking about Rogier here. I think Rogier is pretty crafty. The idea with Rogier is he's so there are 3 tiles remaining. With Rogier, you're basically just trying to end the game first. We've talked about this several times as a theme in the end game of just trying to get out first. And Josh's letters don't do a lot else, but if you can just draw the right letters, and the problem is the pool is so horrible.
It's
like if you're bringing a U, there's still another U unseen.
Right.
It's actually Josh is probably looking at this thinking, man, what can I even if I play rogue here, what can I even draw to go out? He almost has to keep maybe he can keep the R and go for rogued.
Yeah.
And then try to
draw
a 5 tile out. That R is going to be so helpful.
Yeah, the R is like very. I think it's a very valid line to take here to try to go for the best outplay.
Rogued rouge, something like that.
Yeah, unless there's some sort of like likely bingo hit, I just don't really see that happening.
Yeah, rogued also blocks some of the J plays or some of the cheaper. It makes it a little bit harder to cash in on the J. So that's what I'm starting to think he might have to do.
Yeah.
Going rogue here.
Yeah. I think it's
similar style.
Yeah. I think it is possible. It looks like he is going with Rogier has been played.
Yeah. Eric can play Ahies here, Ajies.
One of our favorite words.
Well, Pogu, yeah. Pogu is going to go out in 2 spots.
Wow.
But
I mean, I guess they're probably. I think he can just outscore at this point. Yeah.
if he just plays Ahies,
I think so. Or even JEU.
where's oh yeah, Je is there.
Yeah, so it looks like either of those plays are the best plays, but in general, there are a number of plays here that win for Eric. So that's
still going to try to optimize it.
Yeah,
I'm sure. And the optimum here should really be to block Fogu in both spots. What if you do?
Actually, it turns out, according to Quackle, that's not quite Zhu or Ahies. I can't even
Oh,
pronounce
he's
that.
not supposed to block. Interesting.
Just barely. They just score so much.
Okay. Yeah, but I see some.
After that, though,
Yeah,
yes,
it's not
the Salu usage, etc.
not super easy to block, but yeah,
Yeah.
usage keeps Ahi or Jai. Actually, Jai is probably the threat next to Rogier, and then you have Jail at the top
Yeah.
right as well. So I see. So it's not, or you have Jai,
Yeah.
Adu, and Ire. So that makes sense. So you don't have a wonderful way to block.
Yeah.
Salu, Salue.
Yeah.
That's a funny word.
Yes, it has a funny past tense.
Means salute. It's like from some Proto-English form where
Yeah.
they hadn't quite decided if they were going to throw the T in there or not. In French, salut, S-A-L-U-T, the T is silent. So
Yeah.
that's how we end up with salut, S-A-L-U-E in
Okay.
English.
And the past tense.
Actually, I just made that up. It's pretty plausible, right?
Okay.
I think that's probably what happened.
Yeah. So I don't know. Does Eric not see Fogu? Because he's got Ahi spelled out, which is not one of the winning plays, I don't think.
Where does Ahi even go?
I don't know. I was kind of wondering.
Yeah, just play Je here.
Yeah.
If all else fails, just play Je and
Yeah.
and take the win.
Yeah.
Like I would be very especially with the pressure of the clock running down, and
Yeah.
it can't really. It just looks like a win.
Yeah. Like don't overthink this.
Chat calling me out on my pseudo etymology. I genuinely think that's where it came from.
Yeah. Oh, now he's just knocking his tiles everywhere.
The meltdown imminent. We've seen worse.
Yeah.
I don't want to jinx him like that.
Yeah.
I think I really this was a really cool game. I think Eric had really pretty bad racks for large stretches of it, and he found ways to navigate through it that were sensible and he basically just kind of kept himself.
Wait, he's thinking about playing JAI. I don't think that wins.
Oh, you put the JE back over there.
Just play.
Don't
overthink it, man. Because FOGOU is a missable play. Like
for sure.
From Josh's perspective, like
should I just not talk so that I don't jinx Eric? Because I was just saying
I'm worried about him right now. He's holding it, but like the clock's running down. If you make that wrong snap judgment, like
just how can you lose if you play it?
Yeah, because like Jai High, however you pronounce it, keeps multiple, I think, like outplays. So he's maybe saying like, oh, I'll just go out in 2, which makes a lot of sense if you don't know that your opponent has.
Even Ahias is enough.
Yeah, Ahias
is
just as good.
Yeah, good job. Good job, Eric.
And that was the first thing he found like originally. And so I wonder when Josh plays Fogo
you might be pretty surprised.
Yeah, Eric's like, oh geez.
Dodged a bullet there.
Yeah. So this is tied for the best play according to a Quackle analysis.
Great work, Eric.
Yeah. Wow. And I think when this is done, we're gonna go right to the overhead mic or the table mic. Love to hear what they're thinking.
Really cool game. What so I have one last question for you. With Rogue, we know what he would have gone.
Yeah.
How does Rogue fare? Because Rogue, he would have had FOORU.
Yeah.
I guess that doesn't actually do a whole lot.
Doesn't do a whole lot.
Oh, Jew sighting on the board. Clock stop. Clock stop. Must be official. That is Eric's.
I have no idea what just happened. We'll let them figure out. He actually committed it. All right. Well,
he accepted.
He accepted it and then went over on time because it wasn't an outplay. All right, let's hear what they have to say about this.
No way, man.
Let's hear what they have.
399 Is that good? The
Rogier?
No.
Disleal? Well, I think disleal is the word, but I saw this. Of course, I just wanted to put it on the board. I don't know if dislealing is a word, but I would have tried it if I didn't have that.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm supposed to play here. Must have blown it somehow. That's crazy.
No, dislealing's not a word. But disleal is. Yes. I didn't know.
I must have blown it. I must have blown it somehow. Wow. Yeah, I kept rogue with this, with oboe. I could have played like rouge here or something, left 7 in the back. But I felt I could just as easily get outmaneuvered after that. Like, keeping 2 vowels, I could draw 5 vowels. Your plays were ridiculous. So, like, how many vowels are in the bag? Like, every single time you made a play, like, oh my god, like, the bag is literally vowels.
I had 5 vowels several times.
I'm probably not supposed to do this. I'm probably supposed to try and block.
Yeah, I was fully expecting just to play here, like, because this is like
It's the thematic play, but it just felt like, how am I going to defend after bad draws? After rouge keeping 0-0 or whatever it was. Yeah, rouge keeping 0-0. Like, what? How do I defend? I guess I can try. There's just so many ways for you to open things and leave this open. If you have the right letters, it feels like I'm just getting. I feel like I outrun so many bingos after this. I don't know.
you're probably right. I mean, that's like the worst, one of the worst things you can get hit with.
Yeah, that was a really, really cool game.
Is it okay if I
Kept
go
on
over
going
the
for the
board,
slot, the
Christian?
Y and
Or-
like the T.
Yeah, I could never hit it. Well, when I played this, I could have hit it here, but there was so.
But it's a
Come
good
back
lane.
here,
It's
so-
also a good lane for you. Like, it's a reasonable lane for you. So you don't
Go
necessarily
talk to them because
Let's see how we go. This is a
I don't know where
crazy,
Conrad-
crazy play. That was such
This
a
one?
cool game. That was such a cool game. Nice job.
I'm not sure if I check it out of WHIFT. Is that a word?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I can't risk like losing my turn.
What did I miss? Well, that's a good sign.
I think we're wondering about
About what? Oboe?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so was I.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
like
Even I was like, what is that?
So was I.
I mean, you played it fairly fast. So we didn't have a lot of time to think about
He didn't have a lot of time to think about it either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think we were leaning like maybe it's better to just play out.
Oh, gout.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was expecting him to play it. Like, there's nowhere else.
Yeah.
That's weird.
But we have not.
It was oboe versus rogue or rouge for me. Rouge leaves 7.
Oh, I thought you would play Rouge here or here.
No, I mean, if I'm gonna play here, I can block this shit. Like, what's the point?
To outscore.
Yeah, but to outscore him, I need consonants.
Yeah. Well, you're not getting many ones.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah.
That was an awesome game.
It was a tight end game. Like you had Fogu in 2 places, and like I
It
can
was
play
not
here.
tight.
Are you sure?
The exchange, your exchange was interesting.
Unfit. Oh, Kufi's, yeah. But he has, he had S's in his range so
Right.
much.
Oh, yeah,
So
yeah.
Kufi was like, nah.
Not just the game.
Kufi's was interesting, yeah. But I don't want to make the board S dependent and get rid of my S. Yeah.
You had one crazy play on Wab.
Oh,
You could have played Bumwad setting up he drops.
I didn't see that.
That's crazy. It wasn't like it was only a marginal bet. It was just kind of cool.
I would have played that.
Yeah, that's cool.
I just,
This does not take an S in columns, does it?
I don't. I wouldn't.
I was slightly worried about it.
The troll of the century, obviously.
Yeah.
It's just like we all like. You waited so long that we were starting to believe you really didn't see the Palladius.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're just like he's trolling. He's trolling. Wait.
If I didn't have that, I would have played it.
Oh, no, that's
There must be something. I don't know, maybe I play rogue then. No.
Uh,
I think I
just
need
thought
to
about just
empty.
playing rogues here, saving the R. That was the only. I mean, it wouldn't matter in this case, but that was like keep a vowel maybe. I mean, sorry, no,
Keep a
don't
constant,
I'll
yeah.
keep a constant.
No, it could be the R lets me go out somehow more because
But
I need the J.
playing for the outplay is definitely.
But I need the J. I don't need an out. I mean, I need an outplay, but I also need a J.
I mean, you should empty the bag as far as possible.
Probably, right? I mean, there's Gukin, there's Roosh, but I thought of trying to get some disconnected 11.
Yeah, I don't think this was acceptable.
Yeah.
I held it.
And then you went over on time.
Well, no,
I
it was
hit,
frozen.
I hit it in 1 second, but it kept.
He's not. I'm not gonna.
I thought you were like trying to get the spread exactly.
Do you
right.
have it? I mean, just let's enter the score before he tells us what the actual score was. But we have it as 12 or 2. I mean, I'm
I
not
counted
taking.
all your plays.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's funny, like because Josh had it that so
Yeah.
Yeah.
So why was it accepted?
Because.
Just because. Okay.
they had all sorts of.
I was gonna win.
Like, he made a clickbait play,
Yeah,
and then he
clickbait.
trolled him back. It was really
Yeah, it was great. It was awesome. It was a really good game. I'm obviously like tilted about it, but
Oh, actually, Josh, you did have one really cool. You actually.
Christian, do you want to cut back over to me so I can take it to a break? Or we can just keep listening.
what
When you
turn?
played LYE.
Yes, that seemed like such a cool position.
Yeah. So there was RYE.
Okay, cool. Sounds good. I'll just go.
Wait, what did you say?
Sorry, I hope it's okay that I'm saying this. I'm not trying to tilt you or anything. Sorry, maybe I should be talking.
No, that's fine.
Maybe I should shut up. I don't know. He played
Too
LYE,
late.
which was the best
Yeah.
play, except he played RYE because he had the last team.
Oh shit! Yeah. That's
wasn't the
actually
best play.
no. That's different.
Well, I mean,
That Rye is the best player.
yeah.
Why did I
You were playing the right approach. You're playing the right line. That's what I should
That
say.
was a
We'll
problem.
play it
I didn't think far enough. I was just trying to make a word that didn't have any hooks
Yeah.
when I should have been thinking about those hooks.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a bad mistake. Okay. Yeah.
Cool game.
What?
Cool game. Yeah.
Really cool game.
Yeah.
One of the. It's probably not right, but I was trying to mess around with the crackle afterwards to figure out what to do on the road gear turn. One suggestion was just play duo,
Oh yeah. It
For
loved
four.
duo for 4.
and it blocks every J play that it could have. I don't know how you win from there exactly, but
I mean, it's a big I assume.
you just leave one in the bag and just say, well, your letters suck, so good luck.
Yeah, it's because of Gorgeous. It's because of Gorgeous to the S.
Yeah.
And I could have drawn that.
Or Bouchard.
Bouchard's? Yeah.
Bouchard is drawable.
Go with the J.
I could have
Gujir's
Uh,
drawable.
Yeah, I could have drawn Gorgeous if I played duo.
Yeah, but either Gujir's.
No, you have 2 R's.
Yeah.
So you have to play an R on it. Yeah. You could play Erd. Yeah, I don't know. Something.
Is there another game? Yeah. Oh shit.